Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sayyidatul Addabiyah and you can call me Debbie. I'm international student from Indonesia and my other members too, that is Ayu Nuryatik and Alfina Damayanti. So now we're gonna present our FSG471 assignment that entitled Job Safety Analysis in a New Building Construction. So the objectives of this assignment is to improve learners or students to be able and know about how to produce a safe work procedure by using technique of JSA or job safety analysis or HIRARC or hazard identification, risk assessment, and risk control technique in any organizations and business. And what do we want to achieve by doing this assignment? Firstly, that is capable to identify, analyze, and assess work activities due to its hazard, risk, and risk control related to the accident in a new building construction site. And then secondly, we hope we can capable to produce a safe work procedure by using GSA or HIRARC issued by DOSH. And the next, the definition of GSA and HIRARC itself. So what is GSA? GSA or job safety analysis is a technique of accident prevention which used to identify the hazard related to each stage of a job, develop precautions that will eliminate or guard against this hazard, and produce a safe work procedure for workers and company, of course, to be used in job training or the development of a safe system of work, so that the accident can be prevented and cannot be occur or minimize the occurrence in the future. And what is HIRARC? HIRARC or Hazard Identification, Risk Assessment, and Risk Control is an instrument usually used to identify hazard, analyze, and assess its associated risk, and then apply the suitable control measures. And then what is the advantages of having GSA or HIRARC? There's three that I have right here, but there is more advantages that we can take if we use GSA or HIRARC to analyze the accident. Firstly, that is minimize the accident risk, of course, and then make workers be aware of the hazard and exposes them to proper procedure and steps to ensure their own safety, so that we can minimize minimize the accident risk in workplace. And then the last but not least, that is help company to have clearer picture of the workplace hazard, so that there's no subject that is going mislead or mistreat. And the next, why we need to do GSA? Firstly, it's to prevent the same accident occur in the future. And the second, to ensure the safety and health environment for workers, so that the workers and company will not scare or afraid anymore about the workplace. And then the last but not least is to reduce material and property loss. I think it's really important for the company to save and maximize their production. And then here is the table of task or activity table. Yeah, like you can see, the first task or work activity that we can take from the video given by doctor is first, working at extreme height place, and the hazard or harms is reckless movement or unguarded floor that can make the worker falls from the heights. So what is the risk what is the risk about that activity that can be cause permanent disability or fatality. For example, fractures and moreover can be death. And the existing risk control in that video is known, and the recommend control measure that we can uh, advise you, that is first is use a complete personal protective equipment such as lifeline, safety helmet, and full body harness to prevent the falls from the height or minimize uh, the risk if there is accident. And the next task or work activity is moving materials with trolley. So the hazard is manual handling, slippery foot that can make stumble or slip, workers stumble or slip. And then there is from that hazard, that is minor injuries like foot injuries and material loss. Of course, if the workers are stumble or slip. And then the existing risk control in that video is using trolley carefully, but we have to do more recommended control measures, like first, look out the trolleyways and wear slip resistant boot to avoid foot injuries. And the second, use a best quality trolley to reduce material loss. So it's best to do for workers and company to minimize uh, the things that we don't want to do or minimize the accident. And then the third task or work activity that we can take is only wear a cap while working. And what is the hazard? That hazard is head can be hit by something. And the risk of that hazard, it can cause minor injuries like bruises. Moreover, can be broken blood vessels, skull fracture, and nerve damage to the brain if it's about a big or maybe a really dangerous one that can hit the worker's head. And the existing risk control in that video is known. So we recommend control measure. That is first, wear safety helmet. I think that's all from me. It can be continued by my friend.
Okay, next, table 2, probability or likelihood values. Let's take a look at table 2.1. There are 5 ratings. The highest value is certain to occur, and the lowest value is rare. Next, let's take a look at table 2.2. The first is working at extreme height place. The hazard is unguarded floor. The rating is 5 or certain to occur because most of construction site found without protectors, and it can be also without scaffolding, or that scaffolding is not safe. Next is moving materials with trolley. The hazard is manual handling. The rating is 4 or will probably occur in most circumstances. The last is only wear a cap while working. The hazard is head hit by something. The rating is 3 or might occur occasionally. Next, table 3, severity or consequences values. Same on the previous slide, there are 5 ratings. The highest is catastrophic and the lowest is insignificant. Let's take a look at table 3.2. Unguarded floor, the rating is 5 or catastrophic. So when somebody fall from the extreme high place, it can cause death or permanent disability. Second is manual handling, the rating is 3 or moderate. So when somebody get hit by the feet or hand, it needs medical treatment and some lost time. The last is head hit by something. The rating is 4 or major. I'm sorry, there is a typo, major. So when it can cause amnesia and our head got bloody. So it can cause serious injury and needs hospital treatment. Next, table 4 is matrix table. The vertical one is likelihood or probability values, and the horizontal one is severity or consequences values. So there are 3 colors, green, yellow, and red. What does that colors mean? Next. Next, table 5, risk values. So the differences colors mean risk level. The red is high, the yellow is medium, and the green is low. The action of each risk level is different, are different. The high is we should stop the activity. And medium, we can continue the activity and add reasonable viable controls. The low, we can continue the activity also, and don't forget to check regularly. So let's take a look at table 5.2. The risk level of unguarded floor is high because risk value is 25, which is it can categorize as high level. And the second is manual handling. Risk level is medium. And also head hit by something, risk level is medium.
Okay, so for the next step, it is about the HIRARC form, table 6. We need to transfer the informations from the table 1 and also the risk value from table 4. There are some of informations we need to include in this table, such as work activity, hazard, which can cause or affect our risk analysis, existing risk control, if any, likelihood, severity, and risk value. Also about the risk control, there are recommendations countermeasures and also peak to death or status. It can complete it or ongoing. Okay, so for the next step is to create table 7. It is include the informations of work activity, rank, and list level. This table 7 is job or task list table, so we need to categorize and rank the job or task from the highest risk to the last one. Working at the extreme high place has the highest possibility of risk level, and only work kept while working, also moving materials with trolley, is medium risk level. Okay, so for the last step, it is about the SOP or Safe Operating Procedure. We have 3 of SOP here. There are workers always wear PPE or personal protective equipment, and the second one is wear helmet or protective headgear. The third one is use scaffolding can lower the risk of workers from falling to the ground. That is all from our group. Thank you so much, and we are sorry if there are some mistakes. See you next time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.